Good evening, viewers, and welcome to today's edition of the news. First, a look at the headlines. Counting of votes for Meghalaya Assembly will be held on March 2nd. Overall turnout of voters in Meghalaya Assembly elections recorded at 85.17%. Overall turnout of voters in West Jayantha Hills district is 89.23%. And 87.32% of overall turnout of voters in West Khasi Hills district. And now the news in detail. The counting of votes for the 59 out of 60 Meghalaya Assembly seats will be held on March 2nd. Chief Electoral Officer F.R. Kharkungor on Monday said a total of 13 counting centres will be there across the state. Addressing the media, Kharkungor informed that counting will begin at 8 a.m. on March 2nd. He further said police have retained 22 companies of CAPF for guarding of the strong room and also for post-poll contingencies. A total of 27 counting observers and 549 micro-observers have also been deployed by the Election Commission.
On Tuesday, on the 2nd of March, and we have 13 counting centres all across the state. 22 companies have been retained for guarding of the strong room and also for any post-poll contingencies. And we have, this time Election Commission has deployed 27 counting observers. And we also have micro-observers. All over the state, we have about 549 micro-observers. A few of them will also be deployed at the counting tables this time to assess the counting observer.
In Meghalaya, the overall turnout of voters in the assembly elections has been recorded as 85.17%. Chief Electoral Officer F.R. Kharkungor said these figures are without postal ballot. He also said that if polls were held in Soyong, which is a rural constituency with traditionally high turnout, the percentage could have touched 86%. Stating that polling in the state was by and large peaceful, Kharkungor said there were reports of some electronic voting machines malfunctioning. The replacement percentage for ballot units, control units and VVPATs were 0.82, 0.79 and 2.69 respectively, he said. The exercise was conducted across 3,419 polling stations in 59 assembly constituencies, and 1,830 of these polling stations were under webcasting, he said.
And largely, by and large, it was smooth with very less hiccups. Today, polling was held across 3,419 polling stations. Originally, we have 3,482, but as you know, in Soyong, the polls have been, adjourned due to the death of the contesting candidate.
The 306 polling parties from 4 constituencies of West Jayantha Hills district reached back safe and sound along with EVM and VVPAT equipment yesterday. Speaking to Deputy District Election Officer M.A. Shalam informed that the overall turnout of voters in the district was 89.73%. All materials from the polling officials were checked and kept in the strong room, which will be taken out on the counting day on March 2nd. The 34 Mukerdep polling station was the first party to return back to the DC office, where systematic order was arranged to submit also required documents and equipment. He also stated that in some polling stations, casting of votes were delayed due to malfunction of equipment and continued beyond the official time.
The entire West Jayantha Hills district, we had a turnout of 89.73%, and this turnout was this is seen as very good, as an improvement on the 2018 elections, LA elections 2018. Parties had arrived, some of them early, some of them late at night, but all of them arrived safely, and everything was in order. All the machines back safely and the papers are all in order. And we even had the scrutiny of Form 17A today.
The voting day for the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly poll was held yesterday. People from different parts of West Khasi Hills district took part in the exercise to exercise their right to franchise. The district election officer of West Khasi Hills, Garod LSN Dykes, who is also the deputy commissioner of the district, said that the election passed off peacefully in all the polling stations of the district. The total number of voters who came to cast their vote in Nongstoin was 88.02%, 88.57% in Maushanrud and 85.39% in Ramrai Jirngam Legislative Assembly constituency, and the average turnout for West Khasi Hills district was 87.32%. Chief Electoral Officer F.R. Karkungor on Monday said the Election Commission has made seizures worth over rupees 74 crores during the Model Code of Conduct in the state. Addressing the media in Shillong, Karkungor said that the war on drugs has been intensified in view of the Model Code of Conduct enforcement in the state. The total seizure during the Election Model Code of Conduct amounted to rupees 74.18 crore, of which the value of cash was rupees 8.71 crore and drugs worth rupees 33.25 crore were seized. Besides this, liquor worth rupees 2.62 crore, precious metals worth rupees 91 lakhs and freebies worth rupees 28.69 crore were also seized from across the state, he added.
The total seizure amounts to 74.18 crores, of which the value of the of cash was 8.71 crores, and of course the lion's share was 33.25 crores. Is a great contribution of the of the election machinery this time that the war on drugs had intensified during this period since MCC was declared, and a record amount of drugs was seized.
In view of the announcement of the transformational changes in recruitment procedure of JCO's OR, Indian Army on Tuesday appealed to the candidates not to fall prey to touts. Brigadier Harpreet Singh, Deputy Director General Recruiting for North-Eastern States of Indian Army, informed that in Stage 1, all candidates who have registered and applied online on Joining Indian Army .nic.in JIA website will undergo common entrance exam. In Stage 2, the shortlisted candidates will be called for recruitment rally at locations decided by respective AROs, where they will undergo physical fitness test and physical measurement test. Finally, in Stage 3, the selected candidates will undergo a medical test at rally locations. The online registration of JIA website is open from the 16th Feb 2023 to the 15th March 2023.
Exam as the first stage. Online written exam. The common entrance exam will now be online. Candidates who are successful in that will then undergo a recruitment rally, and the candidates who are successful in this will then go for a medical, and then they will be recruited as Agniveers. See, the online registration on the Join Indian Army website is open from 16th of February to 15th of March.
And now here is the weather report. The maximum temperature recorded was 20.1 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature was 7.5 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity in the morning was 32%, while in the evening it stood at 50%. The forecast: light rain is very likely to occur at isolated places. Our news bulletin is also available live on our YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. In addition to watching on television, viewers may visit the DD News Shillong YouTube channel to tune in to our daily bulletin. And before we conclude, a look at the headlines once again. Counting of votes for Meghalaya Assembly will be held on March 2nd. Overall turnout of voters in Meghalaya Assembly elections recorded at 85.17%. Overall turnout of voters in West Jayanti Hills district is 89.23%. And 87.32% overall turnout of voters in West Khasi Hills district. And that's a wrap of today's edition of the news. Thank you very much for joining us, and from all of us here is wishing you good night.